Camille goes on saga. And the other boats come around.
Yeah.
We had to wait for it for 5 years.
We loved Horta. The atmosphere there with all the sailors that sailed the oceans, the beautiful small town, and the lovely nature of Fayal. The complete combination is totally perfect.
This is really nice. Mike is talking about the volcano in Tana, where it was a little bit less lovely than here. I had to hold her to make sure that she wouldn't be vaporized. We're walking on the edge of the caldera on Fayal. To the left of me, there's the crater. And to the right of me, there's Pico.
And then, when we were on the sea, we found out that part of our construction of the forestay was broken off. Look at Victor's face.
25 miles to go until the marina, Ponta Delgada. The last couple of hours has been a bit bumpy. The waves are a bit from the side. The construction still seems to hold. We're almost behind the island. You go on that side, on your port side. So we're moving slowly sidewards. Kijk, we moeten weer een beetje naar voren, maar rijk misschien. Gaan we hierin? This one? Ja! Exit, which is a 5X. We've been in contact before, I guess. I think they were even sailing in Holland when we were there with one of the lagoons. Really nice boat, the 5X still.
The island, when you go around it, is still very, very beautiful.
The rigger is there and he is loosening the shrouds, so we create a little bit less tension on the forestay. Forestay is still supported by 2 halyards. We even put them a little bit tighter. Victor is at the airport with the new part, just arrived. So we got the extra weight off of the boom. Boom is on deck, fender below, and the weight of the mast is not that much even. They say it's about 400 kilos or something like that. So tension is off, it's completely loose now. So now we can remove this part and replace it by the one carried by Victor. So happy, Chicky?
For me? We did.
So Victor's gonna be here in 10 minutes and he brings the new part. So the new part is in, shiny again. And we managed to put the shrouds back to tension again. Ik heb die pinnen ook om laten draaien. The initiator of this rally, Jimmy Cornell, one of the most famous sailors worldwide, just arrived here as well. I'll say hello. You're making big money later, so then at least I can say I have the artist in one of my videos.
We don't want to go alone. Ultramer understood that. Chartered a whole plane with only 4-hour crate for our stuff.
Mathieu feels at home already as well. But his daughter doesn't want to sail back with us. So maybe tomorrow.
And in hindsight, she was completely right, because it was not a fun trip.
Sun is up. Still really calm. From tomorrow, Sunday, there will be a little wind again. So we're still looking for a Monday departure. There's a lagoon next to us. They're on their way to the BVI to be in the charter fleet. It's called a 51, but it has a 1 meter swimming platform behind the boat, more or less. And there's 6 cabins in there. No wind at all.
And then it's time for the final saying goodbye party.
I think I've had a lot of successes in life. I'm very modest to accept. But for only one reason. That when I believe that I have a good idea, I do my very best. That is also, it comes to life. And I said, Stefan and Xavier, I think it's the time now that we organize around the world rally. I'm going to draw up a plan. Something such a great achievement to sail around the world on your own boat. That is something that you will have for the rest of your lives. And I am here to thank you for bringing this together.
But overall, I believe that it was mostly positive moments that you experienced. Following you from a distance, it seems to me that you applied the advice given by Mike Horn, saying, we often dream with our eyes closed, we should dream with our eyes open.
I want to congratulate the parents of Victor.
Je félicite le papa et la maman de Victor.
You must be very proud of your son. He did such a great job.
Vous pouvez être fier de votre fils, il fait un boulot incroyable.
Raining today, it's Sunday. This is the front passing, as we had no wind for the last 3-4 days. This should be the sign that the wind is slowly returning. Did some departure planning as well. It doesn't really matter whether we start later on Sunday or somewhere during Monday. So it makes sense to take our time today. Have some last discussions with Outremer about the future. And then have a good night of sleep. We're gonna have 3-4 meter waves abeam. When the European model First we're gonna have southwesterly winds before the winds start turning to the north. The beam all the way to the Algarve. This is base wind. This will be the gusts. So we're probably going to use the black sails. Our white sails are black. And then have 2 reefs in the main. Blue Way is the first boat to leave.
It's really strange saying goodbye after 3 years. Now it's the moment, actually.
Well, it's time to say goodbye. Arnaud is ready to leave for the French west coast.
Je vais démarrer ce putain de moteur. On va dire au revoir à Shamag. We say goodbye to Shamagi. Shamagi first.
Il y a les cloches qui sonnent pour vous. Là, ça y est, les olis sont montés. Et on sait que ça te fait plaisir.
Ciao, ciao!
So Chamagui, Jeps, Fou de Bassin and Blue Way are going north and the rest of the boats are going south. So we split up actually here.
Boat is ready, Janniker is on, main halyard is on, daggerboard's down, only have to get the lines off. We're at the mainsail and we're waiting until the angle is okay for the Janniker. Nino, 1 hour in front of us, has 120. There was a dolphin right next to the boat jumping out of the water. Yeah, there must be plenty because there were 4, 5, 6 dolphin boats racing from left to right and back again. The wind has completely died to 2 knots. At least the current is with us and the waves are with us. And the wind is turning back to our stern again. It was straight on the nose. Still about 2 hours till we get to the corner. And we're sailing again. This looks like a Nino maneuver. There's a big ship coming. And we're going starboard to starboard, at least that's our intention, but Rob wants to cross his path, so he has to go in between. Some birds. This is the screen that she normally uses as well, so...
Is it clear for you now, Nina?
So we're on Teams now, and Nina is in Germany. And she's looking at our screens. This is just a rehearsal because it's still light. It's almost 5 o'clock here, so it's almost 7 in Germany. And then Marijke will start her shift. I will take over at 11. And Nina will take over at 3 a.m. our time or 5 a.m. German time. And I can sleep.
I did. What? He could laugh about it, so that's good. I just said that would be something Mark would normally do, not you.
We just put a second reef in, as we want to stay north as much as possible, as the wind will be a lot higher even in 1.5 days. We have apparent wind speeds up to 30 knots now. The first experiment failed because the stalling stopped.
Had je zitten mee?
No! Two reefs in the main. Soland. Last night we had up to 32 knots apparent. Trying to stay as far as possible to the north without slamming too much into the waves. We were on true wind angle 65 all the time, apparent wind angle 45, 46. And we just repaired our Starlink. Oh, so happy that we had a spare cable. Wind is calmer at the moment, 20, 21. But we'll get a lot more wind the day after tomorrow. Made the bed here in the saloon, as our night watch plan wasn't working, of course, without starting. I'm gonna give it another try tonight. Nina is in Germany now, and we're testing the remote crew connection. So we are discussing what kind of winds. Well, she's seeing this screen, of course. At what kind of winds we want to get some power out of the main by moving the Traveller further out. It's pretty close because the wind is lower now than it was last night. And we still have the second reef in, as we want to be behind the 35 knots that is predicted in front of us. Loli and Nino are around us, and they're even going faster now in the last couple of hours than we did. We're gonna have more wind tonight again, a little bit the same as yesterday. Still two reefs. Getting ready for the second night. 550 miles to go. 7.1 on average, and we did 252 miles. Well, some come from port side and some seem to come straight from the front.
And here I am doing it remote from Germany. I just started my shift. It's 5 o'clock here in Germany, 3 o'clock boat time. They are pretty close to the line where they want to go, doing around 8 knots right now. There's nothing to see on the radar, there's no boat around. So I hope they both can get a little bit sleep. Smooth. Every now and then there's a gust coming. I think the highest I saw was 25. And we said when it's 30 knots, then I definitely have to call Mark that we can reef or at least change a course or whatever.
We're gonna reduce the sail even more. 2 reefs now. We're gonna put the third reef in. Normally we should furl the Soland first. We might do that as well. First gonna test how the boat reacts when we just put the third reef in. How much pressure there will be on the steering and the rudders if we steer manually for a while. I don't think I can explain to you how high these waves already are. They're gonna be 1 meter higher.
We are expecting for the night 35 knots in the gust. Luckily it's not upwind anymore, but it will be reaching. Here we went from 2 reefs to 3 reefs. We tacked, otherwise the whole package of the sail is on one side in the sail coffer, and now we have at least a part of it on the other side. And then we tack back. And then we check the rudder. We switch off the autopilot and steer manually for a while and look how the boat reacts. And still it turns into the wind when you take your hands off the rudder. So we decide to leave the full jib on.
Luckily the wind is more from behind now, or basically we're not upwind anymore. Genset is on. Days are pretty long now. We only run it for an hour once a day. Really starting to blow now.
We are so happy that we had pretty conservative sail plan for the nights, because when Nina is doing the watches from remote, if the Starlink would fail, she could also send us messages through the Garmin InReach. Still, you don't want to be in a hurry to reduce sails.
By just bearing a wave 10 degrees, the boat seems a lot more relaxed. They started surfing and then steering up, even though we have more sail on the front of the boat than with the little 3 reefs in the main. This seems better. If necessary, we'll just steer downwind and furl in the Solent a little bit.
Again from Germany. I'm back on my shift. It's less than 300 miles to go. Here you can see it's light already there. It's super cloudy, no nice sunrise. But Mark is awake now and he takes over. So my shift ends here. Bye bye.
But actually for me in these waves running around the boat, I'm getting a little bit ill. So fortunate for Mark. He's never ever ill.
Yeah, finally we see another boat on the radar. This one we know as well, it's Manaya. Australian boat, Lagoon 77, we saw in Ponta Delgada. We spoke with the captain, but the captain is not on board. It's a ferry crew bringing the boat to Croatia. I saw them go 11 knots before. They left 1 or 2 days earlier from Ponta Delgada.
Yeah, because we saw your speed change a lot, so we thought maybe something is wrong.
Yeah, our second reefing line snapped in the middle of the night, so had to drop the main.
Okay, so nothing serious.
We're still on 3 reefs, but the wind is dropping slowly, so at a certain point, when Marijke had her little beauty sleep, we will toss both reefs out. I was so busy with editing my book, the corrections that Marijke made, and the table of contents, the index, that I forgot to take pictures of the Lagoon 77. The one that we saw in Ponta Delgada, we just passed it.
Luckily now you see me at work, otherwise you think that I'm only sleeping on the couch the whole day. So time to shake the reefs out.
Does have an effect that we took out the reefs. Nina is on watch again. It's 3 AM. I have several screens so that I can react immediately if she calls me. And there's another one following close to the coast as well. They're all staying close to the coast, as the story tells us that inside the 20-meter depth line, the orcas rarely attack. They are exactly on the 20-meter line. We still have to cross from here to there. And if we would have a pinger on board, which is illegal here, then we would be in doubt now whether or not to put it in the water. We're watching Formula 1 to be distracted a little bit, because if the orcas come, they'll just come. We have 6 miles to go until the 20-meter line. Very foggy today as we are approaching Portuguese coast. You can see the cliffs of Cabo de São Vicente. Yeah. See you. And we're back to sailing again. Now we have to pay attention for fishermen and nets and stuff like that, as we are so close to the coast. Funny is that we smell Portugal in the meantime. You can smell the eucalyptus, and it's the same way as when you arrive on the airport. Well, the wind all of a sudden went to 20. We even had to roll in the Jenica. We passed Azores now. We changed to Portuguese time already. The sun's going to go down at 9. We'll have light until 10. So we should be at Ponta Delgada at 8 already. And this is Bulgao. There's the beach bar where we used to go a lot. Oh, probably before Zazu and Botis were there in loose. As we tend to go there now most of the time. Just in front of the coast. There are houses. Yeah.
And then there's Zazu and Botis. Hans is making pictures of us and we are making pictures of them. And this restaurant is Absolutely located in the best place in Loos and has the best food.
It's 8 o'clock in the evening, and they are like, have to go for another 10 minutes, but that's quite funny what we're doing here.
We have an anchor shot with the whole crew.
Yes. With the whole crew, yeah.
In front of Ponta Delgada. It's not a bad space to be anchored.
We decide to stay on anchor at Ponta Delgada for a whole day because we want to do all the washing and filling up the water tanks. After that we are going in the Bay of Alvor. It's a river. It's a beautiful area, but we can't make water. The drone crashed somewhere in this area and he's going to look for it.
Well, the drone must have crashed there. You can see it on the... But then here's a cliff. Shit. That must have fallen down then. He had a good life, this drone. It's not the worst place to crash. There is a little delay between what you see in the screen and what you do, and I was going up, but apparently too late. Somewhere on that wall, but I can't find it. Look at this! I found a battery. It's a sad day. The day we lost our drone. The day after we returned to the European mainland. It was entirely my fault, no excuses. I was just too late going up and just clipped the highest rock.
Flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me.
And then in the morning with upcoming tide, we will enter Alvor. It's always a challenge because the sand banks move a little bit and with high tide you don't see them, but luckily we found our way. We actually love this area. We've been here so often that it feels like coming home.